Figma is a great tool, but sometimes it lacks a bit in prototyping functionality. You want working inputs or you want conditional interactions, and the way you work around that is basically by building prototypes that look like this. At Weebly, we want to help you avoid building those kind of things by turning your Figma designs into working web applications. That means working inputs, conditional interactions, and real data, all from your Figma design. In this short tutorial, we're going to show you how to install the plugin and use it on an example design. So to install the plugin, you go to the Widgets tab here, go to Plugins, type in Weebly, and there you'll see this icon pop up. You press Run, and this will open up the plugin for you. You can't misclick. There's this big yellow Connect Account button, which allows you to create an account on the Weebly platform and connect it to your Figma environment. So go ahead and press that. You can either sign up by providing an email address and a password, or you can continue with your Figma credentials. Press Allow Access, and that's it. Your plugin is now connected to your Weebly account, and you can start turning your designs into web applications. The first design here is a fictitious pizza ordering application. So you have a couple of input fields, there's a multiple choice menu here of what you want to eat, and you can decide to tip the driver, and you can confirm your location on a map. That's essentially the design that we have. It contains some components, it contains some variants, and it already has some prototyping interaction built in, because of course Figma is really good at that. So the way the plugin works is that you run through your design, and wherever you want to add functionality, you simply select the layer and you tag it with functionality that is provided to you by the plugin. In this example, we want this to be a text input, and we want to make sure that whenever the user types in their name in this input field, that it's shown in this label over here. So we're going to tag this with the text label functionality. There's of course other functionality in this design, but we're going to keep that for a different tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and hit the publish button, and you can then either select all frames to be turned into web application or a specific flow, which is what we're going to do in this example. We already have a prototyping flow in Figma pre-configured. So let's hit confirm. We can see that we already have a working web application, although of course the functionality isn't configured yet. So if I click this web app button here, I'll be brought to a website which contains a pixel perfect version of my design. So it's a web application that looks like my design, that contains the interaction flow from Figma. I even already have a working input here, but on a data level, nothing happens. For this, I still need to configure how my data will flow across my prototype. To do this, I'll go back to my application and open up the Weebly Flow Editor. Using this no-code editor, I can connect building blocks together and specify how data should flow across my application, or how it should be stored in a database or captured from a database. So in our example, we specify that whenever the user types in something in the input field, that should be shown in the label that we configured with the plugin. Once we've actually configured all of the functionality for this prototype, we have something that looks and feels like a web application. I can type in my name here, or even start typing my address, and I will see my name popping up on the next screen. All of these selectables now have hover animations, and whenever I select my favorite food, I can see it popping up below here. You can even start doing calculations from within your Figma design in your prototype, so I can decide to tip the driver, and the price will update accordingly. Basically, anything that can be done in a web application, you can now integrate in your Figma design. This includes, for example, location, plotting that on a map, taking pictures, taking videos. Whatever you can do from within a browser, you can now do from within your Figma prototype.